It's finally that one of the Markles will be arriving in the United Kingdom. But as ever, is this a good idea? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Thank you so much for joining me today. What a lovely, beautiful, sunny morning, don't you think? Oh, isn't it nice? A bit of free vitamin D. We like free, don't we? Told you before, I'm a northerner, so anything free we're always thrilled with, you know what I mean? But if you do have the opportunity, wherever you're living today, do try and get out in the sunshine. Even if you can't get out and you're not mobile, all that sort of stuff, just try get near an open window. It does help. You know, I know I'm like giving this health tips and stuff like that, but I just find we all have to help each other. And if you find a tip that works for you, whether it's a bit of music or just, you know, picking up your favourite book or looking at favourite pictures, do it. If it makes your day feel better, do it. It's as simple as that. Back as ever though to your breaking roll story of the day. Now this particular story has got huge traction over here in the United Kingdom, and for obvious reasons, because as we know, sadly for the father of Meghan Markle, Thomas Markle, he was unable to attend that spectacular wedding way back in May 2018. You know, the thing that his daughter called a spectacle, and then claimed that of course she had a secret wedding, which proved to be not so secret after all, and not so much of a wedding. But of course we'll just park that there for now. What's interesting to note though, as we told you recently, is that her half-sister Samantha Markle has decided to go into litigation with Meghan in the courts. And we also pointed out that this possibly wouldn't be a good idea to go into the media and chat openly, because this could be used against you. And you know, I'm not offering advice, I'm being impartial, I just know exactly how the legal system works. Is this a good idea now for Thomas Markle, Meghan's father, to make his very first visit over here to the United Kingdom? Well, what's interesting to note is he announced it on a national television show that he was finally coming over, and the speculation is that that particular deal will be funded by that channel. Nothing wrong with that. We all love a freebie. I've just told you that at the start of this video. But of course, the bigger picture is they're going to want to make sure that they get their money's worth, their opportunity. And how embarrassing moving forward will this be for our gracious Majesty the Queen once again on her Platinum Jubilee year? Now, I'm not suggesting for one moment that Thomas Markle is not an injured party. He seems a genuine soul, and more importantly, he has not seen his grandchildren, which he keeps talking about. And I think that truly does hurt him, you know. I think you could actually park the situation with Prince Harry never meeting him, but I think the grandchildren definitely strikes a chord for him. But of course he mentioned in this interview that he'd like to hook up with Prince Charles and discuss as two fathers together the situation they're in. Let me explain how that works. It could be detrimental for the royal family on two levels, simply because the royal family do not hook up with people. You know, you request permission to meet with them. And of course, if Prince Charles, or His Royal Highness Prince Charles, would decide to meet Thomas Markle for the first time, then that will be a closed private meeting. But the bigger problem is this: as we know, Mr. Markle does like to get vocal on media. So would he then reveal details of that meeting? Then again, problematic. But more importantly, how much embarrassment has this union heaped upon our reigning monarch of 70 years, our gracious Majesty the Queen? Simply because when you think about it, it's absolutely preposterous, isn't it? Now, we have a family that is totally fractured. She doesn't speak to her father, so we hear that Prince Harry doesn't speak to his father, and moving forward, it just seems a shambles all round. But this would prove highly embarrassing, and I think more important for the British monarchy in what should be a spectacular focal year on one person only, the Queen, our reigning monarch of 70 years. Does she really deserve this media battle, this media sort of blitz on something that seemingly she has no control over? As ever, I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. It's really important, this, because as I say, I don't begrudge Mr. Markle a visit to London, but I do think it is in highly bad taste, given the fact that your other daughter is in litigation with your other daughter, and then you deciding to make a very public arrival here to London. And I'm no doubt we'll see you outside Kensington Palace, Buckingham Palace, standing with guards, all of that sort of stuff. It's what we want to do. But if you could have possibly made this a more low-key visit, I don't think it would have been as embarrassing for our gracious Majesty the Queen. As ever, I'd love to know your comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.